It's been really good, yeah. I've been training mixed martial arts for about 5 or 6 years under Glover Teixeira on his fight team. And I've just really devoted all my life to it, like every day. I've made it so my life is set up to train martial arts. He's a collegiate wrestler, he's 3-0. He had a recent fight, but his 2 previous fights were like quite a few years ago, so he's coming back into the cage. But I'm 3-1 right now as amateur MMA at 170. Just my team, the people that come up to help me cut weight, Julian, everyone at the gym, my friends and friends coming out buying t-shirts and tickets and supporting my career.
Kenyon Moore, that gym that he trains in has multiple UFC professional fighters in that gym.
We have former UFC light heavyweight champ Glover Teixeira. We have Alex Pereira, who challenges for the middleweight title. This guy here will be in the UFC someday.
Now his opponent will be Chris Perrault.
One of the baddest dudes out of the weight.
Now Chris Perrault training out of Granite City MMA with Lucas John. That happens to be the gym that I train out of. Chris has a 3-0 amateur record. He also has 2 grappling wins. Chris, a longtime high school and college wrestler. He wrestled Division III in college, was one of the top ranked wrestlers in the country. He fought in Battle of Barre 7 and won by decision. So Chris, no slouch either. This is going to be a banger of a fight for sure.
And look at the army that these Granite City guys bring with them.
Granite
Absolute
City,
army, ready for war.
Granite City, the local gym, of course. So we got a deep bench here in Barre, Vermont.
Unfortunately for him, he's not able to take this mafioso-style family with him into the corner. You got Lucas John behind us, one of the founders over there at Granite City MMA.
Now, the interesting thing about Granite City MMA is Lucas John is not only a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Aiki Jiu-Jitsu, which is a more traditional self-defense Japanese Jiu-Jitsu, he's also a Nak Muay in Muay Thai. He's been training Muay Thai for many, many years, so a very evenly matched, evenly trained gym. Chris obviously has the wrestling background, but he's been striking for the last several months, maybe even the last year or so. So we should see some good stand-up out of Chris and Kenyon.
I don't know too much about him. I know he comes out of a legit gym. His coach is Glover Teixeira, and so I'm assuming they did everything they needed to do to train for it, and it should be a pretty good scrap. I want to thank my family, my parents, coaches, everyone at the gym. Thank Tall Truck for sponsoring me, and that's pretty much it.
This is going to be an excellent fight, definitely one that I've been looking forward to.
And this is the toughest test for both of these guys' career. I know a lot of the narrative was based off of, can the guy from Granite City beat somebody trained by Glover Teixeira?
This is definitely going to be a test for Chris Perrault.
But, and here's the thing, is the other side of the coin of that is it's just as big of a test for Kenyon as it is for Chris Perrault. I'm really interested to see how these guys handle the pressure here, especially Chris fighting against somebody who's cornered by a UFC champion.
Absolutely. Chris in the red tape with the blue shorts, Kenyon Moore in the black shorts with the blue tape on his gloves, and here we go.
Touch of gloves here, signify respect.
They're feeling each other out.
Kenyon Moore looking very patient, composed, just looking for his opportunities, trying to feel this out.
Chris Perrault goes for a leg kick, a little low, didn't really connect. You can hear Lucas John in the background. Excellent leg kick by Kenyon Moore.
Lucas John has one of the most distinct voices in MMA. I think he's great for a corner because you can't not hear him.
Absolutely. Having been cornered by Lucas before, he cuts through. Oh, excellent takedown by Chris Perrault.
Airplane spun him just about.
Doesn't able to finish it off up against the fence here. Now Chris has got the inside, so he's got good control. Kenyon Moore tries to strike, but he just can't get the power there. Chris has got his head up against the fence there.
Push him off. Up on his hip, Troy. Get heavy, Troy. Heavy, Troy.
Here in the corner,
Ooh,
Kenyon
Chris
Moore
Perrault,
very
nice
well.
body shot there, and then breaks off.
Excellent shots on the brakes.
Jab, Troy.
Oh.
Nice jab by Kenyon Moore.
And here's the thing, too. You can't let Chris get comfortable in there, because once he starts to find his groove, man, he is something else.
Absolutely.
Looks like a slight mark on the nose there of Kenyon Moore.
Chris Perrault goes in for a right hand that doesn't connect. Chris again in the blue shorts, Kenyon in the black shorts.
Corner of Kenyon Moore calling for that jab, followed up with a straight.
Ooh,
It's a
nice
combination.
left hook by Chris Perrault.
Work your jab, Troy.
You can hear Lucas John calling for combos, which is always a good thing in the striking. I'm surprised they're spending this much time standing up.
That was going to be my next thought. You know, you see the gyms these guys come through. How are they still on the feet? Oh, nice flurry there.
Nice combo by Chris Perrault.
Kick there by Kenyon.
Nice
Each
kick
one
by
of his
Chris
own.
Perrault to the inside leg. A second inside leg kick. Nice connection. This is a really even match.
And that's the thing, is like, people might get a little upset these guys are going at a quote-unquote slower pace, but they're so much more technical than what we've seen.
Absolutely. Kenyon Moore went to shoot in, but Chris Perrault caught another left hook there by Chris Perrault in the blue shorts. Looks like Chris is really looking to start pushing.
And Kenyon's just staying patient.
10 seconds left in the round.
I think Kenyon Moore may have used this round to really gather a lot of good information on Chris Perrault, but Chris, man, really coming out of this round strong, setting a good pace.
I gotta say, that round goes to Chris Perrault in my book.
I would have to agree with my uneducated opinion. We see that little bit of a mark there on the nose of Kenyon Moore. It doesn't seem to affect him.
Looks like they got the cut man in there looking at that nose.
We also have Lucas John and Ed Collins in the corner over there in the red corner.
Now, Ed Collins was scheduled for a title fight for this Battle in Barre 8, and it was canceled 2 weeks ago because his opponent broke his foot. Unfortunate turn of events for Ed Collins, but he's able to corner with Lucas John here.
They put the end swell on for Chris Perrault there. And I gotta say, I'm just gonna shout out the shirt that Ed Collins is wearing, the Free Cane shirt. Please, guys, go online, order those Free Cane shirts. The money goes towards his family.
It's good to know.
You can agree or disagree with Kane all you want and what he did, but you gotta feel for the family.
All right, we're back for round 2. This could be a 5-round fight since it is a 170 welterweight title fight. This is an amateur title fight. The cage is locked. We're on to the second round. They're going to tuck gloves and go to it. I'm thinking we're going to see a more aggressive second round from Kenyon Moore.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think Kenyon Moore was really using that first round to kind of take in all the information he could.
Maybe to see some combos getting called by both corners for more combos instead of just the jab. Nice leg kick by Kenyon Moore. Temper body kick. Nice double kick by Chris Perrault in
this
the
is what I
blue
was-
shorts.
Sorry about that, my friend, but that's what I was saying is like, once Chris Perrault gets going, it's hard to get that to stop. You can't let him build the momentum.
Absolutely. Chris Perrault a favor to Lucas John because Chris listens. Anytime Lucas gives him some instruction, Chris is right on it.
Two of the highest level mixed martial artists you're going to see here on a regional scene.
Looked like a bit of a groin shot. Chris checking to make sure his opponent was good.
Very, very respectful as well to kind of give him that minute because you are told to defend yourself at all times. Chris could have told him.
Throw the hands, Troy.
You can hear from Moore's corner. Oh, leg kick by Chris Perrault. Head kick by Chris Perrault. Doesn't quite connect.
It doesn't seem like anything that Chris is hitting with is really affecting him. He's hitting him with hard shots. but either Kenyon's made of stone or he's just got a great game face.
Nice reversal by Chris Perrault. Let's see if he can take advantage of it. Goes for, oh, nice right hook after that body knee.
Barre, Vermont is on its feet here for the hometown boy.
And Chris really is the hometown boy, many of his family members in the crowd tonight.
I know these guys get stomping their feet once he starts turning up, man. It feels like there's an earthquake in here.
Kenyon Moore keeps going for those high kicks, but doesn't quite get him high enough to connect with Perrault's head.
Now, how do you correct that issue, Will, if you are Kenyon Moore?
Yeah, lean back more as he throws that kick. They're pretty close in, so, and Chris Perrault is a tall guy, too.
Oh, nice left hand by...
They're trading punches there.
Head movement, hands up, combo to a shot.
A lot of feints here by Chris Perrault, though Kenyon not biting on any of those offerings as he eats his shot to the body.
Nice body kick by Chris Perrault.
Get off the kick.
Nice left. He's catching him with those lefts.
Press it, yes.
There we go.
Nice right hook.
Sets him down, maybe winning himself around there with that shot. The most significant strike of the fight.
That was almost a knockout. Goes for a takedown. Oh, nice left hook. Wow, that might have caught it right back up.
Yeah, but Kenyon really not showing that much effect from those shots.
Yeah.
Hands up, Troy.
Like I said, he's either made of stone or he's got a great game face as the second round is over.
Nice second round, a good sportsmanship on both sides of this fight. Boy, that was a very even second round. Kenyon Moore throwing that nice combos at the end there, but responded right back by Chris Perrault. Very close round that second round. That's almost a draw for me.
I don't know, man. You got to see. It all depends on how the judges rate the knockdown versus all of the work of Chris Perrault in the second round.
Absolutely.
Flip a coin, essentially, at that point.
I would agree. I think Chris took that first round. That second round could go either side. Move into the third round here. 1 minute between rounds.
You see the ice, they're bringing it all over the back of Kenyon. Cool him down, wipe the sweat off, because once you got that sweat wiped off, it's easier to stay cool. All right, there's the call for all the corners to get out. We are ready for the start of round 3.
All right, getting back to round 3 of this 170-pound welterweight title fight.
Let's make some noise, guys. Round 3.
Chris Perrault, the local favorite here, while Kenyon Moore fighting out of Bethel, Connecticut. Chris in the blue shorts, Kenyon in the black shorts.
Seems like the pressure might be getting turned up here for Kenyon Moore as he's pressing forward now, more than we've seen him in the fight.
Chris Perrault not backing down, though.
Back him up, Troy. Pressure forward. How about the shot?
Flowing up top, don't forget you take
Close the distance, Troy. Use the combination. Work it.
Moore side calling for more combinations.
Double jab, Troy. Double jab.
Perrault's side calling to keep his hands up, which is really important as he gets into that pocket.
We've seen that Kenyon has the power to sit him down, whereas we haven't seen that back from Perrault.
Excellent leg kick by Kenyon Moore. Chris Perrault goes for the takedown, switches from the single to the double leg. Chris, again, an excellent wrestler, gets the takedown. On top, we got half guard by Kenyon Moore.
He might have that choke in as it looks like he's starting to set up an arm triangle choke here. I can't see from the other side of the cage, but from where I'm sitting, it looks like, oh, well, never mind.
Yeah, he'd have to move to the other side to get that head and arm choke.
But you'd have to set it up from the side he's on, though, correct?
He would have had to have moved to the other side for the head and arm choke. Still got side control.
He would have had to have started on the side he's on, though, if he wanted the head and arm choke or no?
Not for that one. Ooh, Kenyon Moore exposing his back. Never a good idea when you're fighting a wrestler. Chris Perrault got that rear naked choke locked in.
Here we go. The lights are wiggling up in the ceiling, man.
Kenyon Moore, a 2-on-1. He's got his chin tucked in there. I don't think Chris Perrault's got it. Switching to the other side.
Trying to re-wrap a little bit. Maybe if Chris Perrault gets that body triangle in, he'll have a little bit more of a...
I'm surprised he's not switching to that, because the double hooks like he's got now is not excellent control, and that's why he's going to lose it.
And he's right, and Chris Perrault is right in front of his corner here, so he couldn't be in a better situation.
That was a real mistake by Kenyon Moore to expose his back to a wrestler like Chris Perrault.
Do you think that maybe he did that as a way to get up to his feet, or was it just a mistake? It's hard to really know without being the fighter yourself.
Yeah, it's human nature to get up on your hands and knees like we just saw Kenyon Moore do again, but boy, in an MMA fight, that's the last thing you want to do.
He needs to turn into his opponent here. As you hear Glover calling for him to bridge so he can turn it.
Chris Perrault's got to lock in that body triangle instead of the hooks. He doesn't have good control in the lower body. But boy, is he dominating this third round. 10 seconds left.
There we go, listening
Kenyon
to
Moore.
the corner, turning into his opponent.
Excellent job of the reversal from Kenyon Moore. But Chris Perrault doing a great job of controlling him in those last 10 seconds. You know, when you're on your back like that, you've got someone on top of you, you want to reduce the distance and keep him from striking you. Chris Perrault did an excellent job of doing that. Unfortunately, he couldn't lock in that rear naked choke. We'll take a break as we move into our fourth round.
Getting some of the sweat or blood off the cage over there in the red corner.
This fight might go the distance. Boy, these guys very evenly matched.
Well, the issue is that nobody's really affected by the shots that the other guy's throwing. These guys both seem like they're made out of granite right here from Barre, Vermont.
They are eating those punches for sure. That round, I think that round definitely went for Chris Perrault.
I'm sorry.
He controlled the whole second half of that round.
If I had to judge, which I am not trained for that, I have no education when it comes to judging based on, I'm just a couch potato here, all right? But I would score the fight 2-1 going into the fourth for Chris Perrault.
I would agree on that, absolutely. That, and even that second round could have gone either way, depending on how the judges scored. It could be 3-0 going into the fourth round.
Forgot the mouthpiece there.
It's an important thing. Oh, and he comes in fighting.
Man, he clipped him there too. We saw the knees almost buckle of Chris Perrault.
This might be the last round at the rate that they're going. Moore has really stepped it up for this round.
Oh.
Chris Perrault goes for the takedown, switches to an uppercut, doesn't really connect.
Well, you'd have to assume that he's going to need, if he doesn't win this round, and the last one is up to, up in the air, that Kenyon's going to need a finish. I believe he lost 2 of the first 3 rounds.
I'm seeing Chris Perrault looking pretty gassed at this point, and Moore looks really fresh. That could change. Chris getting a break now. Nice defense by Moore, pushing the head down.
Wrapped up the body, brought him down, but right back up to his feet.
Chris Perrault's got, nice right hook by Chris Perrault. He had the inside control there, which is key.
Kenyon Moore looks like one of those guys that just came off the frontier, been out there for a fortnight,
he does.
killing buffalo with his bare hands.
Yeah, he's looking very energetic, considering he's in the fourth round.
Another shot
Perrault
by
goes down. Nice takedown defense by Moore. Moore going for a couple body shots.
You know what we don't see enough at the amateur level, and it could benefit Chris Perrault right here, is switching that takedown to the double leg.
He did do that in the first round.
Blood there from somewhere on the leg. Oh, that might be from the eye. We got somebody leaking here.
Yep. Definitely some blood in the cage.
Really interesting to see who that's coming from is Kenyon Moore.
That's definitely coming from Chris Perrault. His nose is leaking like a faucet.
All right, well, there we go, getting the answer here. Oh, yeah, wow. You see Chris Perrault looking over here at the corner of Kenyon, trying to see if he can hear the instruction.
Keep it tight. Head, body, Troy.
Kenyon Moore definitely controlling this ground section of the round.
Apologize if I smell bad.
Perrault's corner calling for blocking the shots. He's still getting caught with some of those close hammer fists. He's doing a good job controlling the distance, which is reducing the power of Moore.
It makes you wonder why we didn't see this approach on the ground from Kenyon earlier. Did he not think he could get the takedown with Chris Perrault being full energy? There we go, the corner of Kenyon Moore calling for hammer fists, a lot of pressure.
He's doing a good job with those hammer fists. 10 seconds left in the round. Moore trying to do some ground and pound here. Boy, I think this round goes for Moore, no doubt.
We may or may not be looking at the 5th and final round coming up here being the one that determines the fight.
I absolutely agree. I think this is a split match so far. They have definitely gone back and forth. Chris Perrault looking a little more worn in that round than Kenyon Moore.
I call it 2-2 to my untrained, uneducated opinion as the ring card kid in there to let us know we are at our 5th and final round of this championship fight.
Luckily, our ring girl wearing shoes. I wouldn't want to be walking around in a bloody ring barefoot personally. But.
So, real quick story while we got time. I've worked events where I've walked around the cage and had somebody in the cage eat an uppercut, and I've had a bloody glob of Vaseline fly up over the top of the cage and land on my shoulder. I've had mouthfuls of other people's sweat. I get covered in bodily fluids throughout every event.
You know you get a good seat when you're getting sprayed with sweat from the fighters. Coming into our 5th and final round for this welterweight championship round. We're gonna see these two guys go all out in this round because they really have to make this, to get this victory.
Referee Nels Larson calls him into the center of the cage to alert them. This is the 5th round. That nose is still leaking there for Chris
Absolutely.
Perrault.
And he just caught him with another jab. Moore side calling for the double jab.
Throw the jab. Throw the jab.
They're just trading back and forth. Nice leg kick by Moore. Another nice leg kick by Moore. That's going to hurt tomorrow. Good jab by Chris.
I don't want to call Kenyon Moore a slow starter in fights because that seems disrespectful, but it seems like he started this one slow and is really starting to pick up as time wears on.
Yeah, and I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. You know, sizing up your opponent to see how they're going to be. They're just trading some strikes back and forth. Oh, nice right hook. Countered immediately by Chris Perrault. Moore is in trouble.
He had Kenyon Moore on spaghetti legs, folks. As he poured on the pressure, he's got the neck.
He's got a guillotine
He's got the
choke there.
neck.
Kenny
He drops
landing.
back.
Oh, Chris Perrault needs to keep striking here.
It looks like he may have that
He
choke
does
here.
not have the choke. He needs to stand up and go back to striking. Boy, he had him on the fence.
He had him in a bad way there, folks. That was worse than the drop that Kenyon Moore had for him in the 3rd round.
Amazing how quickly that went from Kenyon Moore throwing a couple strikes there to Chris Perrault landing a whole series.
And this is why combat sports are the best in the world. Because you could watch a football game and it'll be a blowout. You can shut the TV off, but at any given moment, anything can happen inside of these DonnyBrooke cages, folks.
Absolutely. This might be the clincher for Chris Perrault.
This could be it, man. This is that all-important 5th round we talked about earlier. 2-2, in my opinion, going in here. We've got the fans ready to rock and roll. I love the enthusiasm I'm seeing behind me for the hometown guy, Chris Perrault.
They are stomping like crazy.
Everybody, too, around me is on their feet right now, man.
We can see Chris Perrault's family right ringside, right behind where he is currently against the cage.
Even the little brother is sitting here yelling instructions. I love this.
Chris comes from a large family. They're used to beating each other up. This has been, this ground section has been really even. Not anyone making much progress. Moore trying to get up against the cage there.
Kenyon Moore getting rocked earlier in this round.
He's got to watch his back again. Chris Perrault's got his hooks in. Chris has diagonal control. He's got excellent control there. Oh, he has that arm almost under the chin.
With how sweaty these guys are, it could slip under. It could. Oh wait, he's turning into him.
Chris Perrault on top. If Chris can do some ground and pound there. Oh, he slipped out. That is the end of the fight. What a banger.
Everybody on their feet. Incredible.
That was an amazing fight. Boy, we're going to have to go to the judge's decision on this one. Could be anyone's fight. I'm biased to Chris Perrault. I think Chris may have that fight. Rex Thompson over conferring with the judges right now. He has the belt. We're going to see whose wall that belt is going to be hanging on in just a minute. What an incredible fight. Back and forth from both of those fighters. Now some hugs from those guys. Great sportsmanship on both sides. Rex Thompson coming into the ring with the decision in just a second.
Wow. What a fight. I'm exhausted. Rex, I'm exhausted. Holy shit, how do you two guys keep a pace like that? This is crazy, but hey, we have to announce a winner here. Else, I got it, my man. So, hey. Winner by unanimous decision out of the red corner, Chris Perrault.
Barre, let's hear it for your boy, the hometown hero, Chris Perrault, your new welterweight champ. Man, you were able to catch him there in that final round, which to me was the round it all came down to. You were able to catch him, rock him, put him in a situation like Edson Barboza was able to put Kevin Lee in, man, had him on the chicken legs there. What do you have to say about this fight? How you feeling?
That was tough as fuck, man. He was good. I put everything I had into that. Everything.
Home dog, you got a little schmutz right there. Let me get that for you. There we go. Man, you got that belt. The question is the same for the last title winner. What's the plan? You got to want to come back here and defend this. This is your family here in Barre, Vermont.
I'm going to talk with my coach, and I'm going to keep fighting and see what comes after this. Just keep climbing the ladder.
The narrative was, with him having Glover as his corner, that this was going to be your toughest test, man. How do you feel about that narrative now?
It was my toughest opponent by far.
Well, man, it was an honor to sit here. This is my top pick for Fight of the Night, folks. Your winner and new welterweight champ, your hometown
What an excellent fight from Chris Perrault and Kenyon Moore. I knew that one was going to be a good fight, and sure enough it was.
When they throw shade, that's when I glow. I'm so ahead of y'all, that's a different time zone.